crazy level for the Joker class. If needed, I can also do that for the wizard. I will show you how to do it, but this time we'll go with the Joker. So now the Joker class, its passive that it gains every level is minus 8% cost of the re-rolling in the shop. And in addition to that, the Joker class can pick multiple perks, which is very important because we will be fishing for one specific perk, which is the whenever you build a hive, all other hives will spawn you the honey, which is what we're looking for due to the fact that we will be looping that in order to get infinite honey, which gives you infinite energy, right? So this is literally all we're going to do. We're going to just try to survive until we hit the level where this perk is being served to us. In this playthrough, I will go through my thinking on how exactly you want to survive and of course thrive until this moment when it hits. So until like level 5 maybe even, right? Where you can actually find the specific perk. There are a lot of perks in this game, but not so much that you couldn't really fish for it. So let's go first through assessing the area. As you can see, there is a little bit of water here. We have some coal. There we have the bronze for upgrading tools. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of metals here. On the other hand, we have a lot of apples. Apples are, I think, the worst from the foods here. We have very nice berries here, blueberries, and some oranges, which oranges are secretly OP. If you haven't used the orange juice, you're missing out for sure. So first of all, the perks that we're going to take is very important. The order of the perks. So first we're going for the rhythm, then we go for the wise build, and then we go for the beginner's luck. And I will show you in a moment why is that. This is an order that I've found out that it's making the most sense for me. If you found out a different way which can allow you to reach the level 3 very quickly, and by the turn 3 have the working station which creates the planks, right? So let me just quickly, the sawmill, right? Then let me know, but as far as I know, this is like the most optimal way to start the game. So let's start the game in order to, so we will want to clear some of the path for the hives that we are going to do, and we are also going to be guarding a little bit. This is for the worms, for the sand, and for a little bit of money, but not that much, right? Mostly we'll be making money from cooking fishes, and if we had, we could also sell the metal. Sometimes you can get gold and iron here, which is pretty expensive at the beginning, and we can smelt them really easily. But unfortunately, there is no metal, which is actually a great example, right? Because what do you do if you don't have metal? You don't have to like reset the game or anything like that. I'll show you how to do it, right? So first, we focus only on the wood. So let's cut all the wood as much as we can. Okay, we finished all the energy. We don't really have any other thing to do. Well, technically we could eat some apples. So we can do that and maybe cut one more tree. No, that's fine. Let's pass. You have still unused energy. That's fine. Let's clear here. Okay. So as we can see, we did not get the boost for the bees. There's the level up perk that we're getting. The roll price is getting cheaper. The roots are really nice. This allows us to actually farm the mining materials and the rare gems a little easier. This can definitely boost us to up to the third week, I think, just on the gems. I think you can do this on the gems. Now we have the 777. This is nice. Lower the rent value, which can help us in a pinch. Also grants a lot of money, which you can use in order to buy, for example, this is a very important perk for like getting quicker to animals and stuff, right? traditionalist, this is the best perk for any miner to make sure that you can get like a lot of mining materials, right? Because of the general efficiency, max energy and tool cost, you can break a lot of mining nodes. Although the XP boost means that you will no longer level up, right? And when you are at level 2, it's not worth it to take traditionalist because you will be well done. Scarecrow, this is very interesting perk. I've never actually took it. This perk allows you to basically forego any building of scarecrows because the scarecrow chance is 25%, and this makes it minus 25%. So no crows will ever appear. So you can just straight up just. So this is something I want to try in the future. Also increases the harvest boost of the yields of the crops, which is amazing. I think we will go for the 777 just because of the fact that we can buy buy the land next to us, which will be very important. Let's look what other lands we have here available to us. We have plains, 2 deserts, and the jungle. So jungle is mostly for the harvest boost efficiency of flowers, and also you can get a little bit better sheep, better fish. Now for this playthrough, I would highly advise you to just go for the desert, and then we go for the beach. In order to catch the fish. So let's get the desert. In that case, we can farm. Ooh, okay. So this is actually pretty uncommon. The amount of the garnets that we are getting, which are the rare minerals. Also, there is a lot of cactus, which is a really good material to sell. It gives a lot of money, right? So the game plan is that we're going to have a lot of garnets to get them to better shape in order to sell them. And I think this is going to be the whole game plan. Also, we have to clear all the cacti here. So let's start with that. Let's see what we can do. So here on this turn, we want to get as much wood as we can. You just quickly see. So let's play as we didn't unlock the desert right now. Now, due to the fact that we are on the second day, our buildings, the perk-wise building requirements -2, we're going to use this to spam as many buildings as we can. So for example, we can go for the wooden mine, we can go definitely for the furnaces, for the campfires for sure. This is the best building to have because of the next perk that we will have. The reason is beginner's luck, positive, so this is positive perks, a perk that allows you to gain 5 experience, which is huge, especially for the beginning, for finishing a building. We're going to spam, right, because of the lower cost of the building, we're going to spam as many buildings as we can, right? So let's go for the campfires. Also, we're going to build some fish traps. Let's build hives, of course. We can do 6 of them. We can also make sure, because we have a lot of stone here, but not every map starts with a lot of stone. Sometimes you have to make the automatic stone creator like mine, like here, right? So is this a mine? This is a wooden mine. Yeah. We can also go for the furnace, right? As you can see, this is for the seeds, so you don't have to buy them. You don't have to rely on the shop. What else can we buy? We can actually go for the keg in order to process. I don't have the wood for it. In order to process the fruits that we have, the berry, orange, and apple. Mostly orange and berry. Berry to consume in order to get the bottle, and then we have the orange in order to consume as well to make the juice, right? These effects are stronger if you have the sugar, but the sugar is available only in the candy land, which we don't have. Alternatively, you can just smoke the beetroots. If you will smoke the beetroots, they give you sugar, which can allow you to get the better crafts. Okay, is that everything? I think this is everything that we do. We don't have the energy, we don't have the resources, so we can just pass the turn. So this is interesting. We have the pickaxe efficiency. This is something that we'll go for, the pickaxe efficiency, just to make sure that we can get most of the garnets that we have out of here. Then we have the max energy, which would be nice, but it's not really that important, the max energy compared to pickaxe efficiency. which is something because max energy, like we can get it from the bottles and from the alchemy. The pickaxe efficiency is something that we cannot really create, so we will go for it. And 12 breakables, that's easy. So we're going to level up right now, hopefully. Let's start building. As you can see, the experience is going really fast, really up. Let's see, the mine requires 2 hits, furnace 3 hits, and hives 2 hits, right? We'll focus on the bees right now. Okay, unfortunately, we will not be able to make the planks this turn. I don't think there is possibility for us to actually reach the planks. Planks will be next turn. Right now, what we can focus on is making some coal, and I think that will be it for this turn. These are going to spawn us some fish so we can sell, but also alternatively, you can do some digging here for the crops that you will have. You can also alternatively, if you can, instead of the beehive here, you can create the scarecrow, but in order to build a scarecrow, you need to have some weeds, right? So on this turn, on wise builds, you would have to like do a couple of tiles with the hoe in order to get the grass to build the scarecrow here in the middle, right? Because what we're going for is to have the scarecrow in the middle. Now this hive would be here, and we would have the crops on the sides just because of the passive that the bees have, right? Where they accelerate the growth of crops and flowers by 1 while also producing honey. Now, as you can see, this scales really quickly. So for example, if you have a crop that grows 6 days, this will cut the growth of this. The hive will cut the growth in half the time which it needs to grow, because every turn it lowers it by 1, right? So if you have 6 turns, it turns into 3 turns, which is really amazing for the crops that grow really long, because every turn they get another tick. If something has only 2 days to grow, it will grow immediately the next day. So hives are pretty strong, actually. That's it. We will no longer be able to do anything this turn. Now we need to make sure that we can have the sawmill today. We have fish, by the way. We always want to fish those. As we have 5 coal now, right now, we can do some cooking. We didn't get the bronze here, but we're going to be focusing on getting the wood actually, and the experience. I would also, if you have the desert unlock, you can actually just mine those. These are much quicker to get the experience, because every tick gives you 2 experience, which is pretty nice. So Bee Riot no longer accelerate crop, but produce 1 more honey per crop within their range. And this is actually interesting. I've never tried this one, but this can be really good for a moment, because it gives you what, 7 honey per hive. So if you have 6 of them, 41, right? 41, it's like 80 additional energy each day. So this is pretty good. Crops value, this is really good for the crops that you spam a lot. So for example, if you have crop that gives you the yield of 10 units, the crop value like increases by 250 per crop. This is really great. I think corn is giving you 10 per crop. I think it has a really long time to grow, but with hives you can of course cut the time in half. So this can be really good. Also with beetroots, I think the beetroots are also pretty good. And wheat is also pretty great with this one. Lucky yield, correcting crops randomly gives you 1 experience of 25. Money, this is okay. Pretty, I think the money is like meh, but the experience is pretty nice. This can launch you a little bit quicker to levels, which can be like level 4 or 5, which are pretty important for later buildings. And then we have using consumable grants 10% of maximum value, which is, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm missing something here. I'm possibly missing, but I feel like this is way too low. Like 10% is way too low. And then we have the campfire smelting an item grants 20% of its maximum value, which is nice for a miner, right? So this is again, we're not getting the beehive perk, which we are looking for. So we have to think about now strategically how to get the how to survive the 2nd week so we can go into the 3rd week. I'm thinking between the Bee Riot and Money Crop, and I think we will test the Bee Riot. Let's see how it goes. So now we want to make here a little bit of space, maybe. Make sure that we have the planks We build the planks so we can start having the grindstone. Let's put the wood here is also, planks are very important in order to create coal, because every plank you create gives you 6 coal. It gives you 7 coal, but it also takes 1 coal to actually put it on the fire. So let's do with the a little bit more honey. Let me check. This is... Okay, a desert mine is the building that we will be going for in order to create more sapphire or quartz, and not even quartz. I don't think it's quartz. I think it's garnet and amethyst. This is not sapphire or quartz. Let's see how much we will get. This, I think we will go for the sprinklers. Also, if you have enough money, you can go for the beach. By the way, just a little off topic. The beach allows you to, if you unlock it early enough, it allows you to passively just grab very nice fish and alchemy material if you're going for the rose. If you're going for the Camellia fishing rod, this upgrade at the bottom requires 5 pearls. Pearls can be passively picked out from the beach biome, but also you cannot really speed up the creation of this tool. So you either have to wait for fishing out pearls, which are randomly granted at the beginning of the day, or you can create them using alchemy, using the shark tooth and shark fin. These two will create a potion that will grant you a pearl. And now you need 5 pearls in order to make the fishing rod, which is this is really good fishing rod, right? But it's hard to get actually. So we have here the parsnip seed. Let's get more honey. Let's just buy a little bit more seeds. We don't have any nice seeds here. Let's go maybe for the beetroot. Nothing else we can do today. We can go and smelt some coal maybe. I think that might be a good idea. And we can pass the turn. Or also put the beetles inside the cages in order to create a little bit more fish. Also, alternatively. So this game is pretty complex, right? And it's pretty hard. Another route you can take is already make sure that you create the glass. Glass allows you to create the bottles, which allows you to create the berry and orange juice, which both are really good. And also you can go for the small vial. Small vial allows you to create the strength potion, which gives you 5 max energy, which is insane. Using worm or the beetle, right? So these are also pretty important, not only to create more fish for more money at the beginning, if you are like striving to survive the first week by cooking the fish, but you can also just create potions if you're good on money, which I am, so I probably should have done it. Also, I could have gone for the copper ore. Copper ore is pretty important for hoe and also for the watering can, the axe and pickaxe as well. We would go for the pickaxe in order to make sure that we can lower the amount of energy that we spend on the pickaxe for the future for the gardens here. Right, there is nothing else we can do this turn, so we'll pass. Actually, we can use maybe the perks, tax refund. Let's see what's the most valuable right now. 3 seeds, right? I don't really have anything much to sell, but if you would be looking for actually making these to next day, right now, if you have some fish that you cooked, this might be a good moment to check the price. See how much money actually you can get from these. If you will sort by this percentage here, it should show you the best price that you can get. As you can see, coal is 5 to 15. Now the price right now for this day is 15, right? So we will have this day we would have 17 per coal. I wouldn't really sell coal because it's too important to smelt. No energy, let's pass. There we have, I forgot to build actually the scarecrow. Amazing. I still need 2 grasses. We have a lot of fish here, very nice. We have also the genie. A genie can be really good as well. Let's see what we get. This is really good. We have pickled fish, which is great. We have the emerald, a lot of money. And when we have the shark tooth, right? As I mentioned, shark tooth, I will now show you the potion that you get. It grants you 1 pearl. Really, there is only, as far as I know, only one purpose to pearls. The pearls are pretty hard to get and you do them only for the specific fishing rod. The fishing rod is very good, but again, it's hard to get. We also have some cooked fish. As you can see, you can for sure sell it for a pretty nice profit. As you can see, baked chilled is 80 to 190. Baked goldfish is almost 300 per goldfish. So this is amazing. We don't have to build the scarecrow. We need a little bit more wood. So let's get the wood. Let's get more berries here. Let's maybe build the furnace here, which is pretty important. We don't have the stone to create the sprinklers, but let's do the grindstone maybe right now. Let me think about this. Do we have any parsnips? I have the parsnip seed here. Let's do the parsnip then. Okay, we put it here just to make sure that we have more seeds. We'll put the parsnip. Can we build a scarecrow now? We can. Can we build the grinder? Now, grindstone is pretty important for grinding the valuable minerals here. Wait. I need to do the breakables. It's the last turn. I need the 8 of them. I completely forgot about the quest. This is like my worst nemesis. I always forget about the quests. Can I even do it? I need 2 more. I barely did it. Damn. We will use some honey actually here. Okay, pickaxe efficiency. That's great. Damn, I almost forgot about the quest. I always forget about the quests, bro. We did it. So here, we will start making the rare resources. This is pretty important. And other than that, I think we're done for the day. There's nothing really much we can do. We can put some processed coals here. Let's also make sure that we have some coal going into the next day. We have 3 coal only. Let's maybe smelt some copper ore in order to improve our tools. And other than that, I think we're really done with the day. Let's just make sure that we buy maybe some parsnips as well. Oh, there we go. That's very nice. So we have right now the parsnips and beetroots, which is cool. We can also maybe put this. Unfortunately, some of our crops will be eaten as we don't have the... Oh, maybe we can eat a little bit of an apple. Try to finish it. Can we finish it? For sure not. It's a little bit too expensive. Well, let's just put the... I think these will still give you more honey, even though they don't grow, just because the seeds are in the vicinity. They will still give you more honey. Okay, there was a lot of honey. There we go, genie. Let's see what genie actually gives us. Arcane butterfly. Actually, what does arcane butterfly give? What's the potion? Fills defense with a random animal that belongs in it. This is, if you're going for animals, this is insane. It just straight up you can put like 1 pig and it will like in a fence which holds like many animals. Here, 70 animals. So you put 1 pig in it. And you use the potion to create 69 nice other pigs. Okay, let's get this. Let's just clear this in order so we can actually put more honey for the future. Let's finish the scarecrow. Let's see if we can build another grinder. We can, that's great. We also want to make sure that we have enough garnets. So we put it into work here. Okay, we don't have any wood, so we probably should cut also some trees. Okay, now I want to make sure that we also create some max energy for ourselves. So let's put here a little bit more sand. What else can we do? We can for sure cook some iron ore. Do we have any... Yeah, we have cods. Let's do the cods as well. They will give nice money. Other than that, we can also improve some of our tools. For sure, we will do more breaking. Let's go for the copper tool maybe. Next turn, we will be able to get the copper axe or copper hammer. But for sure, we need to go with pickaxe, because we will be using pickaxe to break more stuff here. I think we are done for today. Wisecraft crafting requirements. That's -1. This would be pretty good right now to create the bottles. This is a positive perk. I haven't been really looking into this much. Mystical fertilizer is pretty good because it just spawns immediately all of the seeds that you have put down, which is each crop yields its own resource. This is also pretty good. Tax refund, $2 for each item sold. This is only good if you have like hundreds of items to sell. So right now, especially early on the beginning, this is, I think, the most useless perk you can have. And then we have the other 2. These are pretty good as well. Crafting requirements are also pretty amazing. As you can see here, for example, from the food, if you have the sugar, you can create the honey candy, which gives you max energy. This is pretty good. If you need early money, you can also create the salad. So per $2 per salad, you get money per energy spent. This stacks, by the way, so you can create multiple salads in order to have multiple of this specific effect on one day. And then if you have, for example, early 200 energy, you can get like pretty back for it. From the vials here, the best one, as I've mentioned, is the strength potion. It gives you max energy. The bees will also allow you to get fishing chance Fishing chance right now is 50%. You can also check the fishing chance here in the statistics. Fishing chance 50%. You can increase the fishing chance up by another 2%. It's not much, but if you can create like 3 potions every day, you know, after a week, you will have like 14% more, sorry, not 14%, 21% more fishing chance, which is actually pretty good, right? So for the going for the 3rd week, for example, if you're doing it all throughout the 2nd week, on the 3rd week, you will have a lot more fishing chance. I haven't really tried getting into other alchemies here. So this one transforms animal into 25 random low tier alchemy items. This can be interesting actually. I don't know how useful it is. I haven't checked other materials. And what do they do? This is the genie one. No. Hives produce 300 more resources. Yo, this can be good. We can use it actually. So let's create more sand actually. Do we have any wood? We have wood. Okay, so we'll create more here. I think we are done for the day. Let's just create more seeds actually. Do we have parsnip? Hold on. We don't. That's okay. Nobody cares about parsnip anyway. Actually, we would need a little bit more parsnip. Let me get the parsnip here. This is something also that irritates me in this game. Inventory management is a little bit messy. What we would need here is an option to sort by the type of the item. And also there should be another tab here, which allows you to click and it automatically switches the backpack into this row. So you don't have to like constantly go through the all of the bags, all of the rows looking for the specific item. Because as you can see, this is early game, so this is already pretty messy, right? And imagine if you have like 3, 4 more and you're looking for like 3 specific items. Yeah, we're done for today. Yep. All right, got a little bit more parsnips here. Let's get more of these. Actually, I don't think we need parsnips really, because we will be just leaving them here for them to create more honey. So we can actually use the honey to get more energy. So we use it to clear this and start farming the gardens. Let's see if we can use the grindstone. No, we need more. Okay, so let's go for the vials. How much we can see? I think we can create three strength potions, which is really nice. And we will be also making a little bit of the berry juice for the max energy as well. So let's do that. How much glass we have? We have 12 glass. So 1, 2, 3 for sure. And then we have the bottle. We have 2 bottles. That's fine. 2 bottles. Oh, we didn't make any kegs. Hold on. Let me just quickly make a keg. We don't have wood. Ooh. Okay. We do the strength potion. This is something that you can do in order to, if you don't have enough materials to like do 3, you can just plop a different alchemy material to create the potion. This has 80% chance to create the strength potion and 20% to create the useless potion. Useless potion for us for now. So let's try that. As you can see, we created the strength potion. Pretty lucky, pretty nice. Let's see if we can do one more. Unfortunately, we were unlucky. We created the fishing potion, pretty unlucky. And then we go for one more. We created the strength potion. So let's drink all of the potions right now. 10 more max energy, 2 fishing chance. Let's sort the equipment a little bit. We need more wood for sure. Let's start clearing maybe this part. Oh, this doesn't give any trunks. Oh, it's sad. Well, this gives you the coconuts. How much coconuts we have? Coconuts can be used actually to create the coconut stack, which gives you 3 experience for every coconut stack at the end of the turn. This is a nice passive that you can just have. Right? How many? Oh, you need 3 hits of the... Oh, that's fine. So this passively will give us the experience just because it is, which is nice bonus. 3 experience. It's not much. You need to stack them really high in order to get some kind of value. But for now, it can just stay. I think this is more important for like endless runs because it stacks. Then we need, of course, the garnets. Okay, we have the garnets. How we can create more rhinestone? We need more. Actually, I wanted to check if we can create the this thing with the cacti. But I think we need 20 of this, right? 20. So we would need to make sure that it's actually more beneficial for us. But it consumes 10. Let me think about that. So each hive gives us 7. It's 300% more. So it's 21 honey. So it gives us a profit of 14 honey. 14 honey, is it more worth it? Honey is 25 till 50. So 14, it's definitely worth it. Okay, so this is definitely worth it. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the cacti to make the potion that gives us a lot of honey. I wonder if it actually works with the perk here. Wait, this one. Because it technically, the hive produces more honey. Let's test it. Let's test it. See if this is something that is really working here. We need more stones here. You always, from what I've noticed, you always want to destroy the biggest one. It gives you the most stones, by the way. We can also start building this, going for the grindstone. Okay, how much we have to hit it in order to 3? Okay. We'll go for this as well, so it can already create some of the gardens here. Oh no, it's actually quartz and amethyst. So it is quartz. Hold on, sapphire or quartz. So sapphire is incorrect here because sapphire doesn't grow here. Quartz does. It produces I think the amethyst also. It doesn't produce this thing doesn't produce sapphires. We will now have to go with a little bit more coal. Let's do the coals here. How much coal do we have? 23. Okay, so we can create more sand for sure. Let's just put some planks on fire. Where are the planks? There are the planks. And let's create more glass. Everything is working here. We should be pretty fine. This is the last day. You have to make sure that you have the money for it. This is very, I mean, it's not very common, but it happened to me a few times. I had the materials for the day to actually go and sell and survive the next week, but I would sometimes forget to actually just sell the materials. So I would end the day and I would be greeted with the end of the game screen because I forgot to actually sell it. So you want to make sure that on the last day, when it is the last day, you have the rent day. You have the money for the next week, so you can survive. I think this is everything that we do. I don't think there is nothing else we can do, so we will skip the turn. Okay, we have the crops value, which is pretty useless. Beginner's luck. We will not be building that much anymore. Items have the top price. This is something that will go at the end of the day. Stock market. This is one of the best perks that you have. Wise crafting. Let's do this. We will be crafting some bottles today as we have some sand. So hopefully we can use it to the max. Then we have the lucky dice. This is pretty useless. Steam sale. This is also pretty useless. This is pretty useless as well. Happy veggies. This could be really good, but we are not selling the we're not selling the crops, right? So stock market, happy veggies, and wisecraft, these are pretty good. Beginner's luck could be also good if you will be like highly ramping up the buildings in one specific day, but we're not going to be doing that anymore. Then we have the steam sale and lucky. Steam sale is like, it's whatever. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe it's worth it. Lucky dice, roll price minus 30. Maybe if you need to finish a quest, that's great, but not really. Okay. As you can see, this desert mine, is that desert mine? Desert mine. This desert mine doesn't really produce amethyst because it says it's produces sapphire. It's actually amethyst. So let's do first things first. Let's get the fish here. The fish is done. Let's craft some bottles, right? Because the bottles are of the lower price. Is there actually something that we can create here? We don't have the sugar, so not really. Yeah, we cannot really create anything for the foods, unfortunately. We could create the salad, but we're not going to be really using it because it doesn't really give enough money. For sure, we need to create some bottles and some vials. We have 18. Wait, do we need vials? No, we need the big vial for the cacti. Let's see how it goes. We need the small bottles for sure. Actually, let's create 2 of these. How much cacti we have? We have 17. Okay, now we have 20 cacti. Let's see if this will work actually. Crafting here. There we go. Wait, can I actually put the... No, I don't want to risk it. Let's just create this. Do we have anything interesting here? No, we don't. So we have the hive elixir. Let's use it. This should technically go down by 6 and it should give us a lot of honey here. So overall we should be getting 21 times 6 honey the next week. So it's 126, right? If I count correctly. So let's see how it goes. Let's see if it actually produces that much. Okay, do we have the garnet to put? No, we don't. So let's mine a little bit more. We have 21. Okay, that's cool. And we need more wood, of course. Can we create more grindstone? We need more stones. Let's just grab more stones here. Actually get rid of this as well to get more coal. We can. That's awesome. And let's put the grindstone. Okay. We're going pretty well right now in terms of like surviving the next week. We have a lot of quartz, which right now is up to 18,000. With a good price, you can actually get a little bit more. So for the top price that we will be getting here, right now we have how much? We have 35, so times 35. So this is already 15,000. We need 75,000 in order to survive this week. So we need a little bit more. So we need to ramp up the garnet and amethyst production. We will also need a little bit more sand. These are nice, the goldfish. So technically we will go for this as well. Then let's put a little bit more sand into, so we can start creating actually meats. Wait, where is the? I thought I created the kegs. No, have I not ever created the kegs? What? Let's eat some more apples. Okay, maybe a little bit more honey as well. It gives me 0 energy? What? Why does it give me 0 energy? I'm so confused. Oh, because of the apple. Right. You know what? Actually, we will just eat the blue fish. Satiety? I don't know exactly how to say it. It basically reduces the energy that you get from the food. Now, if you would be eating only honey, that would be fine because honey doesn't really give the passive that reduces the amount of energy you get from the food. But unfortunately, like apple does, right? So let's actually just finish the building here and let's go with the berries. So we have more max energy. Can we use the wax craft anymore? I don't think so. I think we use the everything here. Sadly, we cannot really use it for anything more. Wait, so crafting? This is only crafting? This is cooking alchemy. Okay, so it doesn't reduces the amount of materials that you need, which is sad. But it creates, this allows us to create this one. Coconut milk, hammer efficiency. Is there anything else that we can create? Worm lure, 8 beetles. This could be good. How much we can create? Okay, we can create a little bit more. Use on ground. I don't get it. Oh, so this is how it works. I see. I probably shouldn't be eating all of this fish just to test stuff, but I really wanted to see how it works. Do we have any more seeds? Yes, we do have seeds. Okay. I think we're done for the day. Now, the reason behind why I created the worms is just so I can use it on the energy to create more max energy. But we will pass this turn for sure. Like, we're done with this turn. Okay. Build for... These are quests. Use consumables. Worth of 25,000 gives 10 gold bars, 30 polish stones, and 50 planks. No. Build 4 furnaces, 40 stone, 5,000. This actually can be worth it just to smelt the glass. Let's actually try it. How much honey did we got? We got 68 honey. Wait. Because we had, yeah, it doesn't stack with the passive. This hive elixir, it doesn't stack with the passive. I don't think it's worth it then, if it doesn't stack. If it doesn't stack, yeah. So this is a bummer, a little bit. Parsnip soup. This is, by the way, this is really good. Harvest boost plus 15. Wait, consumable 1. Harvest boost plus 15. This is on the end of the day, right? Harvest boost. Yield of crops and flowers. Yeah, exactly. So I think this works for every crop and flower at the end of the day. So I think this actually might be worth it. So what else we are going to do right now? We want to focus on the garnets, see how we can create more grindstones actually. Oh, there we have it. Okay, so right now, as you can see, we have the hive chain. This is a broken passive. It doesn't really, as well as the trade-off, by the way. Trade-off is also really broken. It can easily win you games. But maybe I will explain later on why this is so great. But right now we have the hive chain, which is we're going to definitely take. And now what we want to focus on is making sure that we get enough honey to just loop infinitely the amount of honey that we have. So let's just quickly get more wood. First of all, we have here berry juice. Let's go with the oranges because I've mentioned that the oranges are insane. I'll show you why in a moment, but let's focus on getting more wood. Okay, let's upgrade the pickaxe. Let's get more wood. That's fine. Let's pass the turn. How much wood we have? We have 100. Okay, let's see if we can loop it. I think we can loop it already, so we'll do exactly that. So we're going to build more hives. As you can see, every time we build, we create more and more honey. And also, as you've probably noticed, the honey doesn't have any kind of total of honey that you can eat. So this means that we can loop the creation of hives in order to create infinite honey. As you can see, infinite honey is pretty crazy because you can basically get infinite money in the process. So we will do exactly that. Let's just keep building the hives. We have infinite energy, so we can just clear the whole map, and like I'll show you exactly why this is so crazy. You probably know why this is crazy, right? The infinite energy, but you can basically go on, clear the whole map, and still have more energy to create hives. So we just want to make sure that we have enough wood. So let's eat more honey. Bam, full energy. Let's keep digging the map. There we go. Slowly but surely we clear the map. Let's move the honey to the desert area, so we have it nice and clean. Right now we're having 9 honey, but we want to create more. So let's eat a little bit more honey to create better energy back and keep creating the hives. Okay, this is max hives that we can do. So as you can see right now, every build gives us 3 honey. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 3, this is 12. 12 times 3, it's 36 honey. 36 honey goes into 74 energy. Am I counting it correctly? 74 energy. Looping honey is destroying the building, which takes 10 energy. So it's 5 honey. So it costs 5 honey. It costs hammer usage is 5 energy per hit, and it takes 2 hits to create it. So overall, with the worst tools, because you can of course upgrade the hammer to give you, sorry, this is actually going to be using more energy, but it actually gives you materials back. So technically you can create more and more hives on top of that. There are also great perks that allows you to loop it a little bit faster. One of them is as the more you build, the more the requirements of the building go down. This is, I think, the efficiency perk. There is also a perk that gives you per every building finished, gives you max energy. So you can also stack it a little bit more. But let's be honest, this perk alone is already game breaking. So you don't really need anything else. We cannot really create any other hammer than the bee hammer. But the bee hammer with the wrecking ball would take 12 honey. So already with 5 hives, you would be able to loop it infinitely with only 5 hives. 5 hives is the cost of maybe 100 wood. So as you can see, this perk is kind of breaking the game. I don't think it's a really interesting way to play the game, but when I found it out, it was really funny. So I just wanted to share this specific way of actually getting the crazy achievement, so you can have it easy on your own account. Maybe in the future I will show you how in different ways to get the crazy by not breaking the game. I think breaking the game is the most funny one to get, but to each their own. Overall, 20 energy to loop it, so we need to create more than 10 honey per hit, right? So just keep creating the honey. Right now we're having how much honey? 300 honey. Let's see how much honey we get. Yeah, we get like 40 honey. So it's way more, right? And we just loop it. I will probably speed up this part of the video. Okay, so we are already at 700 honey. Now, in order to speed up the process and create more hives, you can actually go on and sell some of the honey. Okay, so let's see. Plains are pretty good in terms of like the richness, in terms of the wood. Also, the biome features also gives you more axe efficiency. That's interesting. Hold on. Does it give like overall or only for the biome? Pickaxe efficiency 1. Let's buy it. Pickaxe efficiency 1. Okay, let's clear some of this. Got some more wood to work with, so let's keep just creating hives. Now, you're probably interested also in, or you probably forgot, why the orange juice is so great. So orange juice itself, it gives you pretty nice penny. It gives you in the tops $260. This is pretty huge in terms of the fact that you can also create it straight up like on turn 4 with just smelting the sand and building a keg. So this is something also that you can use in order to break through the first week pretty easily. In terms of the energy usage, each orange juice basically gives you straight up just 20 energy. The tool cost is -2 and it takes 10 consumables. So on one specific turn, when you have a really nice weekly perk going on, you can straight up just, do a huge amount of work with the orange juice ready out, right? I will show you how it works. You basically eat orange juice. The counter here goes to 99, but it actually works more than 99 times. So if you would have, for example, 20 orange juice, you can just eat whole thing. You can eat 20 orange juice and you will have 200 stacks. It will only show you 90, but it actually works for whole 200. So you don't have to worry about overeating, and missing out on the passive effects. So right now my stone hammer was 5 and it's now 3. The great example is stone hoe. Which actually doesn't use any energy because it uses 2 energy to work in the first place, and the orange juice allows it to work for free. Very amazing stuff. But let's go back to creating the infinite honey. Oh, right. This is something that you have to be careful about. On each building remembers how much materials it costed to create. So this specific hive that I destroyed only costed 36 wood as far as I remember, right? So it will give me 36 wood, but because of the mechanic of the game that each building costs more and more, each of the same building costs more and more and more, which is, to be honest, pretty great because it forces you to go diverse. I found it really nice and a really smart way to actually force the player to just go find different ways, multiple different ways of actually making money. You cannot just straight up choose to just do one thing, and if you do, you have to really specialize in it just to make sure that you can actually make it. So for example, right now I have 46 wood here. You don't see from my camera, so I'll change it a little bit. So you have 42 wood here. I will destroy the hive that I've built at the last, and it should give me back like 48 wood. So as you can see, we have 92 wood right now, right? So if you want to destroy a building in the future, you would like the best way would be to make sure that you're destroying the last one that you built. It gives you the most resources back, which is pretty interesting mechanic that in this case we would need to make sure that we are actually actually doing. Now, you don't really have to go through the whole thing just on honey. If you have other thing going on, for example, beach, you can just use the upgraded rod to fish out the fishes once you will have enough honey to just loop the fishing rod. On the beach, the fishes are pretty good in terms of the money that they give, so you can probably go on and focus on that as well. Let's try to get more wood actually. I think we should get more wood on the jungle. Okay. Let's see if we can get the price. And we did it. There we go. We reached the rent price at the beginning, of course, of the third week. But we could have reached the money just by the honey. I think it was the second week that we could have just straight up go and finish the game. I mean the run. So this is how you get the crazy difficulty of the run the easiest way. You basically just hunt for the hive perk. Once you have the hive perk, the game is done, basically, right? It is the most broken perk in the game right now, I think. And now you would be saying, oh wow, this perk is quite often seen, and especially as a Joker class, and is it really broken? This is a single player game, and you should definitely enjoy it as you want, but maybe just lower the amount of times that you can use the honey to I don't know, 100. This would make still the perk really good. It's just not broken anymore, right? So, because you cannot just keep creating, keep eating honey to get more energy, keep creating hives and have this hive honey infinite loop, right? Anyway, this is how you do it. I hope you enjoyed this little gameplay. I love this game. This game is definitely something that have taken my life by storm. I'm sitting basically playing all day this game, so I hope we will find more games like this in the future. Shout out to the devs. They've made an amazing job doing this game. It's so amazing how many tactics you have in this game that you can do in order to actually reach the platinum level. There is also one more way I found out how to do it. You definitely can do it straight up, just not abusing any kind of mechanic. But you can definitely use it do it by the wizard role. Basically doing again the infinite energy loop with the candies, but you have to hunt for a different perk. So maybe I'll show it in a different video. I hope you enjoyed I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I hope you learned something from it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.